We don't have to feel antagonized when we are criticized. Now, I'm going to share a personal story of exactly what happened to me when I was under some criticism. And it was my mother's advice and counsel that I'm going to end up sharing with you and that I've tried to live by all of these years. It was 4 decades ago when we started our family, my husband and I. And after a couple of the children were born, we made a big decision. We thought we are going to naturally accept whatever pregnancies come. And we thought of those pregnancies as a gift from God, and we weren't going to limit the size of our family. Well, you can imagine that over the years, we did have a larger and larger family. It ended up that I had 10 pregnancies. I lost 1 baby by miscarriage, and yet we now have 9 children. That is unusual for today's standards, and it certainly was back then too. And sometimes we were a spectacle. People made all kinds of comments and their snide remarks and their veiled criticisms. And it was happening regularly. And I went to my mother once and I said, wow, people say the most hurtful things, even when I'm not asking for their opinions. They'll say things like, well, oh, you must be a part of this religion. We weren't. Oh, then this religion? No, we weren't. Have you joined a cult? No, we hadn't. And then Mother laughed and she said, well, one of your relatives has said, doesn't Wynn know what causes these pregnancies? We thought Wynn was educated. And again, this veiled criticism. But Mother went on to say, you know what, love? You and your husband are doing what you think is right and what you think is best. You don't need their validation. You don't even need their celebration when these babies come. She said, why don't you just be a good sport about it? And it was like some switch went off in my head. That was just a word in season. I thought, that's right. I don't need their opinions to be in favor of me. And so I went on about my life. I laughed when I could laugh. And I would tell others, you know what? The good days are so good, I don't remember the bad ones. The hard days are so hard, I can't remember the good ones. And my new attitude, my new frame of mind really encouraged and fostered great conversations. So we don't have to be antagonized when we're criticized, especially if we're living with our convictions. Let's be good sports. And those are my 2 cents in these 2 minutes.